That was Judgment by 10,000 Crows, and now I'm joined by the band's very own George Mackenzie. Welcome to Knotfest Daily.
What's up? What's up? Thank you so much for having us.
Of
Great to be
course,
here.
welcome.
It's a
How are
bit
you doing
early in
today?
Australia. It's about 6 a.m. in Australia, a bit ahead
Fun.
of my daily wake up schedule, but we couldn't pass up the opportunity. We love what you folks are doing, so yeah, massive fan. So great to be here.
Awesome. No, thank you so much for waking up early and taking the time. There is a lot to dive into. Just moments ago, we were jamming to the newest single, Judgment, as it's officially out. It's a banger. I absolutely love this one. So, how are you feeling about the dope response it's gathered and the fact that everybody can hear this now?
Yeah, I mean, this one was the song that we were cooking up for a while, and to finally have it out. There was actually a point during the writing process we didn't think this was going to make it to be a single. So to sort of get it through, finish the song off, get the lyric video out, been really fantastic. And people seem to be really enjoying it. It's got a bit of that sort of black metal, it's not quite black and deathcore, I would say, but it's definitely got that sort of mental cruelty with the orchestras and a bit of you know, um, that black metal sound,
Right.
behemoth, that type of thing. So yeah, it's great to have it out, and I think it shows a bit of a different side of the band.
And you mentioned how it almost wasn't chosen as a single, so did you kind of have to have a little bit of a huddle between you guys and just figure out, like, all right, yeah, this one we definitely want to push through? Like, what was kind of that deciding factor that changed things up for you?
Well, Jordan, the guitarist who writes a lot of the material, he got to the stage where he's like the song about halfway through changed quite a lot to what it is right now. And it went on this sort of meandering, almost progressive metal journey. And I
Okay.
was like, this isn't quite us. And I'm a bit more of the sort of producer. Everything's done quite DIY with us. So Jordan brings a lot of songs to me, and then we record in my home studio, which I am now. And it was just a case of just chopping it up and just like repeating a few parts and moving a few things around. And then the structure, it was like, okay, now it sounds like a song, not like a collection of
That
riff
helps.
salad or whatever.
Well, this track is the first song of yours as you teamed up with a guest vocalist. So it's the first time you guys decided to do that. So how did the collaboration come about? As it features the vocals from Japanese groove metalcore band Suggestions.
Yeah, I mean, we're still a very early band. This is only our fifth single. We launched in July last year, so this was the out of this tarot card series we've been doing. Each song is a representative of a tarot card. This last one being Judgment. We were like, hey, let's mix it up a bit, and we've kind of got this horror sort of vibe that we've got going on in our music and the videos and whatnot. So these guys' suggestions, Geordie showed me them, and they're super horror infused, doing this really cool groove metal thing. And there's a lot of cool bands coming out of Japan. So we were like, let's hit these guys up and see what's up. And to be honest, they were just so lovely, man. They were
Aw,
just like the nicest dudes. Like he's like, he's sending us a message. It was like it was an honor working with you. And we were
that's
just
so
saying,
lovely.
like if you're getting an Aussie vocalist, they'd be like, oh, have you transferred me the $200 yet, bro? So it was just a really nice working experience. He definitely, my vocal style is very different to his. So I think if you heard it that little bit in the clip just before we started this interview, that was his part. So I think it just brought a nice new flavor. So yeah, really, really fun stuff. And hopefully more guest vocals in the future.
Oh, I definitely love to see it. And I'm really happy too that you mentioned the whole tarot card aspect because Judgment was the final one from the series. So why did you decide to go that tarot route? Because it looked really, really cool the way that you kind of advanced it and just dropped things as each single came out.
Yeah, I mean, I'm such an album guy still. Like I love streaming, I love singles, but I love a collection of songs. But we knew when we launched the band that we didn't want to just, hey, here's an album, or boom, here's an EP. We kind of wanted to have some singles and build up some, you know, just get the band out there and build up some awareness and get some runs on the board, as we like to say in Australia. We're all cricket fans here. So yeah, really, it was a case of, hey, what can we do here to make these singles a little more interesting and keep it like give it a theme?
Yep.
And so then the first song we were going to call Death, and then it became The Hanged Man, and kind of just spiraled from there. And it's been really fun because each one we've kind of lyrically, the artwork, the videos, everything has been able to be nice to be this sort of self-contained little thing with that's very thematically strong. And yeah, I mean, like, the Empress, it's kind of like a bit more of a deathcore, and she's sort of chopping people's heads off and stuff. And then we've got, Judgment, which is sort of like a apocalyptic end of the world. So each one's kind of fun. It's got a dark twist on the tarot card thing. And this is the final one. Sad to say, but we're on to new stuff in the future. But it's been really fun, and seeing it all there in Spotify with each tarot card is like
It
very, very
looks
satisfying.
it
Very, very
stylistically looks
satisfying.
amazing. Like it definitely looks like you can see all the thought that went into everything, and just again,
Thank
like
you.
visually, it looks stunning.
Yeah, I mean, our artist FD Bones, who's in Romania, go
Crushed
check
it.
him out on Insta. He's just this, again, the sweetest soul. We've worked with him just making these cards as amazing as possible, and he's just put every ounce of himself into it. So we appreciate his work, and I love working with artists. I really truly love merch designs and that kind of stuff. It's really fun. So yeah, hopefully we can work with him again in the future.
Absolutely. And just speaking to tarot cards, have you ever actually had a tarot reading done before? Is that something you've ventured into?
I did one time. I did.
Ooh. What happened?
And I was like, wow, this is spot on.
Was it
It was
really?
like, yeah, yeah, yeah. But you sort of, I'm quite a cynical, like a bit of I'm a bit of, I wouldn't say like I'm kind of a bit grounded in reality. So some of these things, like some of the mystical stuff, I'm like, I can be skeptical on. This was one time where I was like, whoa. This is intense. Like you got me. She's like, there's a big thing coming up, and like you're gonna have to, and some of these things you're like, is it worded like too generally, and it's just gonna apply to me, and I can figure out a way for me to. But
Exactly.
but this time I was like, oh, okay, wow, that's crazy. That's crazy.
See, I'm the same way. I'm kind of like, you have to prove it to me and then I'll believe you. Otherwise, like, there's no chance in hell you're gonna win me over. But I've had something similar to that happen too, where I thought, there's no way that this could apply to other people. There's no way someone could have known that. And when that
Yeah,
moment actually hits you, it's terrifying.
yeah. So you
It is
you've had a
absolutely
tarot card
terrifying.
reading?
So it was more like a psychic type thing, so less a tarot
Okay,
card and then just kind of telling you things and leading you through different aspects of life. And I thought, there's no, like, I didn't tell her any of this info, my friends didn't, so how on earth did she know it? So it's
how'd you
spooky
get the
when that
dirt?
stuff happens.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, it was cool, and we actually wanted to go. We're in lockdown in Australia, but I thought it'd be a fun piece of content for us to go to a tarot card reader and kind of do a vlog,
Yes.
But I don't know if it's going to be possible. So
You know what? It's always something fun you can do, even if more music comes down the line and you want to just revisit the tarot cards in a single at some point. I think people would eat that up. It'd be really fun.
yeah, 100%, 100%.
Amazing. Well, George, I want to say thank you so, so much for coming on here, discussing the singles, everything from that to tarot cards. It's been a pleasure. So thank you for taking the time.
Really appreciate having me on, having the band on, and playing our song.